part of the video is one of my favorites because it's about Ruby's Rainbow, which I have to be honest is like the godsend to me when I first had Felicity.
So we started Ruby's Rainbow shortly after our youngest daughter, Ruby, was born rocking an extra chromosome unexpectedly. We really wanted to do something for the Down syndrome community. We just didn't know exactly what. And when we started, after we brought her home, we started looking into everything. We realized there's so much for the little guys, but I was super curious as to what the future looked like. And so we decided to grant college scholarships. So it's been awesome. By end of next year, we will have been able to grant over $1 million in scholarships to people all over the nation who are going for their dreams of higher education and independence. And for me, as the mom with the little one, it means everything to see just what they're doing and how they're impacting their communities, and just gives me so much hope. So anyway, that's a little bit about Ruby's Rainbow.
And so what are we going to do today?
So today we are going to surprise one of our rocket recipients with her scholarship award. So we're going to surprise Rachel, and we're super excited.
Okay, I'm Emily Corzine.
Andrew Corzine.
So every year we raise money for Ruby's Rainbow. It's an awesome organization. We do it in honor of our daughter, Isla. She's 3.5 and she has Down syndrome. And we just want to show the world that we believe in her and her capabilities, and that's what Ruby's Rainbow does. So we're just always really excited to be able to fundraise for them and give scholarships to people with Down syndrome to continue their education.
Awesome. And so the scholarship you're giving away today, you fundraised for?
Yes, so we did the fundraising in March. So friends and family and people we didn't know donated. We were able to raise over $3,000, and so that's the scholarship that Rachel's going to get today.
Awesome. All right.
I'm so excited for you.
She got more also.
So happy for you.
Go Bears!
What was your favorite part about college this past year?
My favorite part is actually have great friends and favorite part program.
Yeah? Do you like the independence too?
Yes.
What do you
we're called on being independent. It's very easy to be independent, but sometimes it can be hard.
Absolutely. That's a part of growing up, right?
Yes.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a famous actress sometimes.
This is my mom. You're kind of on your way. This is driving.
Yeah.
Hi. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yeah, so we're Baskets with Love. I created this about 2 years ago, and we do a lot of fundraisers. We do about 6 to 8 every year, and we're launching our 2 fundraisers today here. We are doing one with the elderly that we've done in the past, and we're doing again this year for Christmas. We did 88 baskets last year. We made $2,000, and we're doing that again.
Megology is a tie-dye business. I tie-dye them with ice cubes. So thank you, Mother Stone. I love you.
You ran away. Can I get a selfie with you? Hi, I'm Renee.
Okay, and do you have any other things going on?
I don't know. Just selling all my stuff.
Okay.
What about oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Did you partner with a makeup company?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What's it called?
Pop Cosmetics.
Awesome. So what kind of makeup do they have?
Actually, I have all kinds of makeup, but I want to give you guys one too. I have I have my name on that box and a picture of me on the box. So it's cool. So it's awesome.
Awesome. One of my absolute favorite things from the convention was seeing the first college fair ever for programs with people with disabilities, and it was exciting to see. It was hopeful. Everybody was so happy and encouraged, and I walked away with such a great feeling in my heart, and just how Felicity's future has changed so much than if she were born, say, 20, 30 years ago. And I look forward to every year them having that college fair and adding more colleges to it. And I hope at some point every state has a program for our kids.
So we adopted our Charlie when he was born, and when we adopted him, we had someone in the family tell us that we shouldn't fundraise. So we used our savings, and they said if you have to fundraise for adopted child, you shouldn't, which is totally wrong because adoption is expensive and every child deserves a family. So part of the reason why we started is we wanted to help families who are also adopting and encourage them to fundraise. Whether they had the money or not, I encourage them to fundraise because you never know what's going to happen in the future. And if you don't need it, you can pass it on to another family that's adopting. So, and part of the reason why I really wanted to start this was to encourage people to fundraise for their adoption, and I would like to support that. And then also just to bring awareness to Down syndrome in adoption. So that's fine.
Is there a particular reason you wanted to adopt someone with Down syndrome?
So it's from when I was 10 years old. My family was watching an episode of 2020, and they had a family on there that had adopted 2 boys with Down syndrome, and I remember it vividly. They were pushing them on a swing, and these boys were so happy. And I said to my parents at 10, I said, I'm going to do that one day. And I did. It stuck. And I met my husband, and when we were getting serious, I said, just so you know, my plan is to adopt a baby with Down syndrome. He said, okay. And so I knew he was a keeper, and that's how we ended up with Charlie.
So I'm Rhonda Rice. I'm the Community Engagement and Events Manager for the National Down Syndrome Congress. We are at the 47th Annual Convention here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Every year we are hosted in it. Go ahead, please take them. There you go. Have fun. Each year we're in a different city. This year's Pittsburgh. Next year we'll be in New Orleans. for 2020. Hang on just a minute. Yes, ma'am. Right. You know, we have always been known for our convention. We call it the greatest family reunion. But in the past year, we've really had a lot of growth at the National Down Syndrome Congress. We opened our Center for Education, Outreach and Education, and it has allowed us to partner with a lot of affiliate organizations across the country to bring many summits, what we're calling them, into their towns. It allows affiliates to kind of tailor the program. They're one-day programs, but it allows them to tailor the presentations to what their constituents need. So it's great to just be able to say, you know what, we don't have it, we need education on advocacy, so can you bring someone from the advocacy team? Or we need some information on the latest technology. And they kind of have a menu. It's a little a la carte. They choose a few topics that they want to cover, and we're doing that in rural areas that don't have the kind of resources that major metropolitan areas do, or for people who just this year can't get to convention. We're reaching out to not only those typical rural areas, but also to tribal areas. We're looking to possibly be in, we're making plans to be in Alaska. So we've got a lot of great things going on. Besides the convention, we have by far the strongest policy team in Washington, D.C. who is advocating every day, year round. So we're not just this weekend that we have convention. We have a great new multicultural and programs director. His name is Matthew Fernandez, and Matt has literally been traveling all over the globe to reach people in Spanish. So he's a lot of the workshops that we're doing here are translated in Spanish. The reads are presented. He's got a whole track that are presented in Spanish, and others that he's set up accommodations for them to be translated in Spanish for people. He also does a newsletter monthly that is a version of the normal Down syndrome news that we do, and in Spanish. So he's done a lot for the organization in the short year that he's been here. So those are the things that we have on the horizon. We have a whole lot of new programs that we're talking about. First responders, how important it is to teach those who we rely on in critical situations to know the things that they need to look for and to understand, because in their world, when they see people acting a little differently, maybe a little what is non-typical, they think drugs right away. And the last thing that we would want is for someone to treat someone with Down syndrome or any other intellectual disability as though that was induced by something illicit. So we're working with first responders to teach them and educate them on how to best serve the community. And we're just out there finding new initiatives and going beyond convention.
Awesome. Okay, so thank you for watching and coming with me at the NDSC, and I hope to see you at the next one or the one after that, because I highly recommend it. Not only did I get to learn a lot, but I got to connect with people that I had known online and hadn't met in real life, and everything together. It wasn't just social, it was so important for me to learn so much, and I look forward to going to so many more. Next one is in New Orleans, so I'm probably going to be there. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when we put a new video up. Thanks.